나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나는 너랑 놀고 싶지 let's party 나는 너를 갖고 싶지 아직까지 You're my sunshine 날 비춰주는 sunshine Baby you too fine 날 웃게 해줘 sunshine 오늘따라 왜 이리 밖에 나가야 할 것 같은 느낌이 들어 난 누가 날 기다리니 내 아이폰은 ringing 항상 오직 내게 연락 주기는 kelly 날씨 너는 어디 가지 라면 물음표를 내게 던져 baby 고민하지 말고 덤벼 어떤 것도 우릴 방해하지 않아 영원할 것만 같아 너의 진한 향기가 나를 감싸 걱정 마 we got some time 좋은 시간들만 추억해도 우린 바빠 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나는 너랑 놀고 싶지 let's party 나는 너를 갖고 싶지 아직까지 You're my sunshine 날 비춰주는 sunshine Baby you too fine 날 웃게 해줘 sunshine 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나는 너랑 놀고 싶지 let's party 나는 너를 갖고 싶지 아직까지 You're my sunshine 날 비춰주는 sunshine Baby you too fine 날 웃게 해줘 sunshine Sunshine where you going Sunshine where you going 날 두고 어딜 가니 날 두고 어딜 가니 Sunshine where'd you go Sunshine where'd you go 난 안 두고 가지 널난 데리고 가지 널 I feel free 난 편하지 그냥 해야지 나랑 놀아야지 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나는 너랑 놀고 싶지 let's party 나는 너를 갖고 싶지 아직까지 You're my sunshine 날 비춰주는 sunshine Baby you too fine 날 웃게 해줘 sunshine 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나랑 놀아 오늘이 끝날 때까지 나는 너랑 놀고 싶지 let's party
Hey, everybody, how you doing? Welcome. You already know who it is. It's your boy JD with another live. Today is November 10th. And remember, welcome to the stream, but I don't do financial advice. My videos and all the information is only for entertainment purposes only and educational. As you guys know, metaverse is really the hot topic going on right now. It has been, quite a few days, in our chart, in color. But if you really look back and really see, there's just, consolidation, in this area. Specifically, we have very, very strong support lines. Our best support lines right now are probably like the 6 mark. 557, we kind of like had a little bit of an extra sell-off. As you know, a lot of people in the market, it was a very big red market, and people were just scared. They're nervous. It's money, so it's investment, so people don't want to see their funds go lower. So of course there's gonna be some sellouts there, but that is normal because here in Color Crew, we're about the vision and about our future goal and basically growing the community. We're very, very young. We only have 3,400 members currently, so I see us going 100,000, a million users. And the real reason why I say very easily, a million hodlers is very, very easily attainable with something like Collar, because not are we just a one token and just an investment token, and it's not just going to be also for staking or farming. No, we have an entire video game being developed right now, and not just a regular video game. This video game doesn't just entail to one gameplay. This is a sophisticated metaverse. And what does it mean? When people say metaverse, it is an intricate land and in a space where avatars can interact with multiple different experiences inside of that world. And in that world, your avatars come to life. You also have space or digital land to sell, to buy, and I'm gonna be going through that today as well. And as well as some more insights so you guys know what the development is looking at. As you guys know, Collar and the chair right now, which is Morpheus, is extremely transparent to all of the progress and everything that is happening. We saw a very nice, green wall. People are really, seeing that we hit our lowest point on the price mark, and of course, people are taking advantage and buying some more Collar up right before our huge run. That again, that's what I feel. We're gonna have a huge run up coming up soon. It is just due time, as everybody is holding and understanding what a project is about. So remember, guys, HODL baby. So going forward, we got a nice revamp on our homepage. So Color Quest page got the Color Quest logo in the front. We got some nice little colors going through. I love this background. I would really, one of these days, I'm sure in the future, like these things will, probably have like interactables or moving. There's a lot of like little web pages where you have like these little glitter effects. I'm sure the team and everybody is so busy working on so many things. I know I've heard of like, oh, like, are these things going to be moving? In game most likely also as well. These things will have like different moving parts. So the Color Quest metaverse. All journeys have a beginning. The Dark Color Metaverse game project is under development, and as you know, it's called Color Quest. Also, aside of Color Quest, there is something called Color Academy, and I'm going to also explain that tonight. And then let me know, guys, if the sound of the music is also either a little bit too loud or if it's distracting. I can also change that as well. How's everything sounding, guys? Just go ahead and comment, let me know. Going down, as you guys know, the documentation is extremely important, so I do recommend that everybody coming in and understanding and seeing the space of what Collar is developing and what's going on. The documentation is something a lot of people don't like reading, and it's best to be probably explained or told or ask some question. That's also fine. But to do that, you have to come into our Discord and you can just ask us the questions. A lot of people just come in, buy it, hear it, and then just forget about it. I think it's really important when you're investing in a project to go ahead and do your research and read about it. But again, as we all say, you're gonna have this channel here. I'm always gonna be streaming consistently and giving you guys the best and the latest information. So always stay tuned and watch for when I go live. Over here, the community token as well. This was also a nice little revamp. We got a new picture in the background. This looks awesome. I really like this. There we also have a black layout here. This was also changed. So I'm kind of going through to the changes on the web page. Because this is a very, very nice revamp. I really am enjoying the colors. Here we have our faces of the product. A lot of people are asking, when is there going to be a testing or maybe for the bugs. So there's going to be a testnet, Color Quest NFT and marketplace. So this is going to take place first. So we're going to have the testnet first and then the game, because everything needs to have a ground basis, right? So when you're developing something as a metaverse, there's a lot of moving parts and components. So the GUI, right, the user interface, I know a lot of people are like, I want to see the user interface, I want to see what it looks like. We get a lot of information from Morpheus and Discord, and we share those out. But keep in mind that the most important is the code that is being written behind this. And as it's such a delicate thing to have everything working, and there's a lot of math involved and numbers, and the matrix of all things, you want this to be working in the code language first before you get that user interface that you start touching around. How you doing, PPAP? Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Love them emojis. And we already have, you know, completed so many landmarks, right? So it's only up from here. We're just getting started. Of course, the project is small, but guys, keep tuned because you know we're growing extremely rapidly. The token was only rebirth on August, and it's just been 2 months. So if all of this has been accomplished in such a short amount of time, imagine what's gonna happen in the next 2 months. So in this area, right? This is on the CP 1.3 that we just got released, and their voting is still going on. So we haven't fully adopted this yet, and people are still voting. So if you guys hodl collar, you know, I indulge you that to please go and use our DAO voting system. So doing that, you go back to the collartoken.com website, you click on the top right here, and on the bottom you have the DAO. So this is very, very important. This is, you know, one of our strongest foundation because all of us, we collar hodler, oh actually it was closed, so it finalized already. I've been so busy today, so my apologies for that. So we actually, you know, we got 100% yes vote over here. And you know, as you guys know, I'm jdrdvision.eth. We voted in, and you know, we just love the CP 1.3, and in reality I just can't wait for CP 1.4. There's just so many things going on. I have some information that is like I wish I could talk about, but I can't. It is right now, you know, just stay tuned, guys. There's so much to come. You guys will be blown away. And I mean, even myself, as I hear some of this information, I'm fully blown away. There's just so much documentation. There's so much specificity. Like there's everything that you want to learn and know is always being updated so often, that every day it feels like there's always something new. So you know, follow us in our socials and ask questions, because I'm always around, you know, trying to also fill you guys in with the best information possible. So here is the land of Collar Quest, right? Armont. So this is the Sparky's homeland. It is divided into tokenized plots of land which act as homes and basis of operations for the Sparky. So these plots, you're gonna be able to purchase them. There is a total of 90,601 plot of land, and each land type have their names to it. Some obviously more unique and more rare and limited than others as per the supply, right? So the same thing as if you have a token and you have a token supply. The more the token, the least rare it is. The less the token, the more rare it is. So right here we have the land type Inception, and this one is the one that has the least, only 220 land plot. So of course this is gonna be very sought after by you know, myself. I really want one of these. It was very rare, right? So I would love to be able to get one of these right here, of course. And then, you know, there's ones with multiple lands, which is going to be most likely more affordable because there's more of them. But regardless, being able to actually hold, you know, one of these lands is going to be amazing, right? Since there's only going to be in total 90,000, right? So imagine when the player basis gets into the millions of players into the metaverse. obviously all of these lands will have owners, and people are gonna want them. One of my desires that I spoke about on my other stream is that in this world, right, in this metaverse, just imagine if you own one of these lands and you can actually have visitors, and for them to use your tools to either, forge or create, and in your specific land maybe have something like unique, um let's say, all right, tundra, you can make like lightning armor or lightning equipment or something cool, because it sounds like thunder, right? Like Argos, maybe, water or something like that. And then Village Green, maybe like some leaf type of, equipment. And if you own these things, I'm just kind of like giving like an idea that I would love to be implemented, not something that has ever been said, but I think something like that would be pretty unique, where players can pay a fee to the owner of the land plot to either use that space for something or for crafting. And while you use somebody else's land, then that gives you like some type of income as well, as being a land owner. And then you can actually buy a land from a place that that you would like, and you can bid on it, right? Because it's gonna be tokenized, right? As stated. So you can just buy it, or bid on it and offer someone something, and that's amazing, right? That's digital real estate, and hey, the more the better, right? So, in addition, landowners might find tag tokens on their land plots. So, basically, you're gonna be this is if you're walking around your land plot and things like that, you can actually find tag, as a bonus token. That's pretty cool, like a collective. You just walk around, you're exploring, and hey, you got the resources, right by your land space. That's pretty cool incentive too, to search, to go to your town, to just look around. Maybe there's gonna be like maybe a treasure chest somewhere or something like that, and you gain some gem. Um, there's just so many options that you can do, and you're just earning, money by walking around, exploring, and gathering. And as speaking about gathering, there's gonna be resource gathering and crafting. So in these places, you're gonna be able to see the resources gonna be spawning in different nodes across the land, which is Armont. I really like this name, by the way. It kind of like reminds me. I used to love World of Warcraft. I played MMO before, and EverQuest itself too. Had like these kind of like unique spaces and hubs where you can gather and craft. I really like this is sort of like my type of gameplay. And talking about gameplay, I also have a nice little feature for you guys, a little sneak peek to what Morpheus said today. So please stay tuned. So to hear more about that today, it's gonna be quite a surprise for some of you guys tuning in today, because every day I get surprised, and this is a very big one. So I have something special to tell you guys a little bit later on in the stream. Um, so we have real-time PvE battles, right? There is going to be also PvP. They also have Armont SDK. So this is another very special feature that is going to be offered in Color Quest, right? The Armont SDK is going to be initially in a map editor, right? So players can use Color Quest art assets, and you can create games and other experiences inside of Color Quest and in the land plots and things like that, and they can be traded. So that's incredible, right? So this gives the developers or even people kind of the incentive that you can get in here and be very creative. I mean, this kind of gives me vibes of when StarCraft, if you guys ever play StarCraft, they made MOBAs, out of the map creator from that. They also, what other game? Roblox, or even Minecraft. Pretty much, you can create, things inside of those land plots and things like that. This is just more expansion inside of the metaverse, and giving the ability to, people that want to create or just people that want to play, you can do multiple things. And giving this type of free open source really, shows a lot, of the projection of where we're going. Um, so these NFTs can be placed on the land, and players will be able to click on them and enter the game inside. So there's gonna be multiple, depths inside of that metaverse and the things that you can do. So through this process, we aim to gradually decentralize the game creation aspect of Color Quest and Metaverse. So it will be impossible for one team to build out all the content that is needed for Armont, right? So it's going to be an organic growth within itself to expand itself as more players come in, and then people generate these other extra content and experiences inside of the metaverse. To me, you know, being being part of this, and just going through this is only the beginning, and there's already so much to already be foreseen for something like this. The color quest tokenomics. So I wanted to go through this. You know, there is the huddle of color, of course, as you benefit the most for the growth of our color quest experience. And there are three tokens that we have right now, which is, the main one is color, right? So color is going to be the one that you're going to be staking for rewards to receive tag. While receiving tag is going to be needed to purchase the Sparky NFTs, and you need 3 Sparkies to make a one team to be able to advance inside of the game. So you have to buy 3 Sparkies to play Color Quest. But if you cannot afford the 3 Sparkies, that is also okay. The reason for that is that there is also Color Quest Academy, and you can actually become a cadet. And for the people that have more than enough Sparkies, they can actually, make a plan between you and the manager, and you can earn, income. So you can do either a 60, 40% split. My first cadet, I'm going to give them 90% of what they earn by playing with the first 3 Sparkies, and I'm only going to be taking 10% of that. And I want to have a very special cadet, somebody that really needs it, to be able for them to buy their own Sparkies in the future. And depending on the relationship, I'm planning to do probably like a nice giveaway as a member of the community, as part of Color Crew. I really do think that this is gonna make the environment, the people, kind of like more connected. And I wish for people to kind of follow suit with some of my actions that I'm gonna be doing in the future, specifically helping people around the world to be able to like understand, play the game, be able to learn how to make money. Of course, we don't do any financial advice or anything like that. This is just strictly for educational purposes only, and it is a way to kind of like introduce more into the crypto environment, and for the mass adoption, specifically the DeFi space, as I think is going to be playing a big role in the future, for specifically for a lot of those that are out there and just don't have the resources or the help that they need. I want to be part of something bigger than just saying I'm making money for myself. I want to be able to help those around, and if it's through the video game of the Color Quest, or if it is through the environment of community building, it is one of my biggest desire, honestly, as a person. But of course, on it all comes down to the other person and the other side, having the desire, the need, and the wants to kind of learn all of this, because it really is a lot to take in. And that's why I want to be here for you guys, and for people to ask questions at any given time. We're gonna be pretty much all over the place. We're in Telegram, we're in the Discord, we're in the Twitter, um, we're in Reddit. There's a Facebook page. There's also an Instagram page. I don't personally go really much into Reddit, into Facebook or Instagram. You'll mainly see me in the Telegram, Discord, and on Twitter. Those are basically my three main socials that I spread a lot of the information. So you always really find me in Discord as well. That's my number one platform, and that's probably the platform you want to be to receive the latest news as quick as they come. Um, so, for example, the Treasury wallet is going to be overseen by the board, right? So these Treasury here, they're going to be given out to the players, and the percentages of these they're gonna not me. I'm not part of the board actually, but in the future, anybody that is part of Color Crew, you can be elected as the board. That's another beautiful thing, right? As long as you're part of the community and you hold Collar, everybody inside of Collar Crew has a voice, which is also, extremely important to note, because it's really a DAO and a community ran token. So we all decide, what is the future of Color and what are the things to be implemented. We can say yes and no. There's very very simplistic, way of doing things, and it's just proposals come out and we either agree or disagree, or always give opinions, whatever you feel, aside of obviously investing your money into the token itself. We're much more than just one token. Of course, Collar is our first and native token to Collar Crew, as it says it right there in the name. But we have an ecosystem and a game that is coming out of Metaverse that is just going to be enhancing so many different experience. Aside of just the Metaverse, you guys know that I'm extremely happy always to state our beautiful relationship with Goji Crypto. So real quickly, I'm gonna go into the website. So when Goji comes out, Goji Swap will be released, and once Goji Swap releases, we'll be able to stake our Collar on their platform, and by staking Collar and Goji Swap, you're gonna be receiving tag as the reward token. That being said, we also have a liquidity event that's gonna take place for all of us Collar Crew members, specifically us first adopters that are here. You guys, know it first and understand that you'll be able to partake immediately in this liquidity event. And you basically just stake your Collar, and you're gonna be receiving tag, and the tag that you receive, you can do whatever you wish. You can either swap it for Collar, or you can do a liquidity pool per se, or you can swap it for USDC or ETH. It is interchangeable. You can swap it out and cash out on your rewards as you like. Or you can also buy the Sparky NFTs that you will need tag with. So me personally, I'm gonna be holding on to tag, as it's going to be also replacing for the DAO as governance. So instead of Collar being the governance at the moment, 60 days after the liquidity pool event, we're gonna be then transitioning for the tag holders, for you to vote and take place into this. You're gonna need tag to vote in our DAO. So that's also extremely important for those that wish to move certain motions forward in the future. I'm definitely going to be holding a lot of tag, as well as I really always want to be extremely involved in everything that is going to be happening with this project, because Collar is really my second home, and I'm going to be on it all the time. I'm going to be moving forward with everything that needs to be said and done, and I want to just always be involved. So Gem, it is our latest token, and this is going to be the play to earn. So in the Metaverse, as you play the game, you're going to be receiving gems. So there's not going to be any selling of gem directly to the players, and Color Quest is not going to provide any liquidity of gems. So basically, to attain this, you're going to need to do, quests, or battles, and then you're going to be receiving gem in that form. And of course, gem is going to have a value, and that value you can also swap gem for then color and tag, vice versa. And I just can't wait till there's more information on that, so we can, be on page. But no worries, there's definitely a lot of time between that happens. The first thing that's going to be released is going to be the NFT marketplace, where we'll be able to buy the Sparkies, trade them, and see how that goes. So speaking about that, here was Morpheus today. He stated a question inside of Discord. He said, I will post our gem token image, which is this right here, but it's bottled, right? What his question was, then the Color Quest current design for gem in the bottle. The question is, should I have 4 or 5 gem in the bottle, or just one? So he stated, yes, it is a simple question, but these details will not change after we set them, or they can change, but we'll have to pay, obviously money later on. I do think that definitely, in the beginning of the image of what you want, I mean, personally, I would like one in the center and maybe one and one on the left and the right. But of course, we probably need a little bit of a vote. And as a community ran token, we need more people to kind of state what we would like as a combined, decision. But I think one gem in the middle, maybe 2 little ones on the side, depending on how big the bottle is, right? So the gem image is going to be a bottle with the gem inside, or even just the bottle with one gem. I know someone stated that they like that look better, but we'll just have to wait and see what the final product would look like. Me personally, I would want one big one and then one little one on each side, or maybe 2 little ones and 2 little ones and then one big one in the middle. Morpheus also said, I am working on the land document. This info is subject to change, but just think of this. You will be able to buy land on 3 different price points, and you have better odds of having special items that will power up your Sparky based on the type of land you buy. Now, in land play, you can teleport, yeah, it's in the future, duh, to a battle site against the villain Improbus Latin, and if you defeat it, you will gain loot to collect. Still, you don't get to teleport back. You get to trek back and land you across that belongs to someone else. So you may have to pay a fee from gem or other unique things you won from battle. So, but you may make more from the land because about 24 hours a chest drop may happen on your land. So for the first 24 hours you can claim that reward, but after 24 hours someone else can claim it, and they will get a percentage, and you, the landholder, will get the other percentage. So you may want to check back each day to see what your land has to give. That is awesome. So this gives the incentive. I'm gonna continue reading quickly, so I'm just gonna kind of like speak a little bit about this information. So you can teleport out and go to different battle places and things like that that you want to beat. But to get back to your land, you actually have to make your way there again, and you want to make sure you make your way back before the other 24 hours, because obviously other people will have the chance to claim some of the bonuses that you'll be able to pick up in your land. But it's okay, because even if they pick up your things and you wanted to stay out there battling and doing things, you can let somebody else claim the rewards and you would get a percentage anyway. So it just really all depends. If you just want to stay out there and you're more of like an outsource and you're playing out there, you can stay out for longer and just let somebody else claim it. You get a little percentage, and you just continue on, which I think is great and very, very fair. I like that. Future releases will allow you to have mini games on your land. So future releases will allow you to have mini games on your land. That's big, right? I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. That's great. Um, who knows how many mini games? This probably it looks like there may be multiple mini games. So stay tuned to more information on that. You will be able to also charge people for them to join, and a small percentage comes back to the directed to the ecosystem. Wow, right? So there's just so many ways to get, so you're gonna want to have like a piece of land, because it looks like there's gonna be a very steady type of income that you can get by having your land. So that's a big incentive, for wanting to actually get to a point that you purchase one. um, and it goes back to the ecosystem, and obviously he said thoughts. So people can just write back and say what they think about this, because none of this is final. Everything is subject to change, as stated. It is an ever growing metaverse, and as Color Crew, we can point out to what direction or what we would think is fair, or what we would think we want to change from. Obviously, I have some opinions about this. I'm going to take the time to read a lot through this, and tomorrow most likely uh, you know write it out and send it to Morpheus. I think that this is just the beginning of so many things, and in such a small amount of time, we're getting so much information, right? So just always stay tuned, keep up to date, follow us in the socials. This is, well, I mean, I say this every time. I'm always breathtaking by by every day. So I will have to break this into 4 or 5 separate documentations with images to help explain it. This is the last part of our Color Quest design that we are creating. So all of us, right? We're all a part of this. So the same thing, it's always between a question. So if you have an idea or everything, you can put it through, and you know it's gonna take into consideration into what everybody thinks is like, yes, that should make it, right? He says, cough. We are designing to be able to add additional games for people, as not everyone likes the same type of games. Wow. So not only if you're not happy playing that one specific type of game, and making extra money aside of that, you'll be able to stake and gain passive rewards, right? You'll be able to farm, um, and or you'll be able to breed with the NFTs without even having to play, right? You can breed and you can sell Sparkies. So that is also big, needing, using the ecosystem of tag, either having gem for people to trade or spend or collect, and then collar as one of the main tokens is also going to be a utility, because you're going to be able to use collar to upgrade your Sparkies in the metaverse. Tag is going to be needed to breed Sparkies along with gem. So you're going to need gem, and you're going to need tag to be able to breed. And then aside of that, you're going to be able to collect gem while playing the video games. And not just that one video game that we're going to have multiple type of games, and most likely those multiple types of games that you may enjoy will also yield you gem. So there's just going to be a variety of ways, you know to enjoy the metaverse, and multiple different type of experiences and games and environmental hubs and connections, and basically your avatars, and be able to kind of like speak to people there, enjoy it however you want, doing resource gatherings, crafting. I mean, it's just gonna be an overall huge experience. Here we have Apen. He says, does a player have a kingdom base that gets to level up as they play? Says that you'll be able to put things on your land, and yes, you'll be able to level them up. Uh, that's great. As you level up, this all can be saved into NFT, so it is tradable. I wonder if I can talk to someone about having a hovercraft on my land. You'll be able to sell your land and turn key business. So yes, ish. Still working on pro and con of taking to other NFT platforms of special items that are only Color Quest, and more to come. You will be able to take your Sparky though and sell it outside of the marketplace. So much thinking is going on this topic. Our guiding principle is that it benefits you, the player, and the community's health. So somehow you have to make it where, if you're doing all of this, you're exiting out and things like that, probably how can everybody in the community also be able to profit from that, right? If you want to outsource. Because if we keep everything internal, everything moves more smoothly and things like that. I'm not sure how that's all gonna work out, but just putting it in my head, I think this is just being done with the much more fairness than I anticipated. And for overall, I think it's going to be great. So Apen also said, how much flexibility will we have during the game testing with gameplay, or will there be only one be for testing bugs? Morpheus stated, I share more than most, so people know what we're building. And he said, he would wish that 100 plus pages of documentation, as I said before, to be read, because there is a lot of information. So maybe going through that, and if you're interested about the game, the design, and what's going on, definitely refer to this documentation. It's extremely extensive. There's so much information here. You have gameplay, you have the adventure. Well, this one is not filled in actually, so we're gonna get that later on. There is a battle and a tournament information, the land, there is the breeding ability and what it entails. You have the population of Sparky, and this has a lot of information here. So as stated, just please go ahead, do your research if you really want to get involved into this, because it definitely is a worthy read, and more to come. There's going to be the testnet and the coding for the NFT. That's the first most important part to get right for selling. So here it is, also kind of like an overview. This is the color quest, and we have here Robert Downey, and you can see this is, I don't think that this is actually the tag token. I'm wondering if we're gonna get also a design for tag. So as we said before about the gem, there's only one gem inside of the bottle, and I'm wondering how the final product is gonna look, if there are like multiple little gems. But so far, even just like this, I really like the look of this token, right? It just looks very clean, very chic. Even if it stays like that with one gem, it's very pleasing to me to see, and I like it. But of course, gem is gonna be a gaming token, and it's gonna be a little bit in abundance, so you're gonna receive it in a little bit of stacks. So having like a bottle with a couple of little ones inside and one main one would also give it a nice little spark. Talking about spark, here you have the Sparky, and then also here if you own land, it will be shown here, and the items, and of course your activities. On the left side we can see inventory, activity, claiming tokens. I wonder what this is to claim, maybe when you complete some quests. We'll have to wait and see, right? Ronin withdrawal, wonder what Ronin actually means here. And account settings, most likely for your account inside of the marketplace. So far I really do like it if they keep this kind of like look with the bluish hue and the purple. It looks very pleasing. I really enjoy that. I mean, guys, we have so much more to come. I'm really excited for this metaverse, and I can't wait to learn more every day. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys for joining me. It was your boy JD. You guys have a blessed night and stay safe.